Leah came back in the room holding her forehead, complaining of a bad headache. Before long, she was losing the ability to stay focused. She was losing the ability to walk. Just within a matter of minutes, we became very, very concerned. I just, in a mad dash, scooped her up and put her in the car and took her over to our local emergency room. Initially, she was just not responsive, hardly at all. She couldn't even hold her head up. She couldn't communicate.
She was having a seizure, and she was soon life-flighted to a Des Moines hospital after that. The ER doctor told my husband, "I hope your daughter's alive when you get to the next hospital."
And at that point, we still didn't have any answer for a cause. The seizure stopped. She did recover. She seemed to be back to normal. And so the doctors were telling us at that point, it may never happen again. We'll just have to wait and see.
2 months later, she had another life-threatening seizure, and we went again.
They just never could pinpoint any kind of reason for why this was happening. And she wasn't getting any better. She was not responding well to medications. We talked to her pediatrician in our hometown.
And he said, "If this was your daughter, what would you do?" And our pediatrician said, "I would take her to the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital."
Really, from the very beginning, we felt like Leah was the only patient here. What stood out to us was every symptom that we mentioned, it seemed like there was a specialist here for that.
We tried multiple things to help Leah. She had failed several medicines.
For us, as parents, it seemed like as we watched day by day, we were seeing her slip away. So it eventually came to the place where it looked like she was a very good candidate for surgery.
So Leah had 2 brain surgeries, and the first was to place an invasive EEG directly on the brain. And the purpose of this was to pinpoint exactly where the seizure activity was coming from. So the second surgery was to actually go in and remove a small part of that starting point, and to disconnect that part of her brain from the seizure activity spreading to other parts of her brain. During the second surgery, the surgeons took several biopsies of Leah's brain. Those biopsies revealed that she had something called cortical dysplasia. And we learned for the first time that this is something that she was born with. It was a malfunction in her brain development involving the neurons and how they were shaped. And now she's back on track. She's excelling in her schoolwork, and it's just so awesome to see her so full of life and thriving again. We're so thankful.
To Leah's care team, thank you for just treating her like she was your only patient, for always listening and being available, for going above and beyond anything we expected, and continuing to do that.